And let's now go back to our top story, military conflict between Israel and Gaza. And for more on the offensive and the situation in Israel following the bombing in Tel Aviv, let's now talk to Knesset member Einat Wilf. Einat Wilf, thank you very much indeed for joining us now on the program. So there are airstrikes. Well, hello again. Are the airstrikes achieving what Israel hoped they would?
When Israel went into this operation after more than 10 years of unprovoked attacks and shelling rockets on its civilians and its towns, it went for very limited measures. I'm sure you would find them quite basic. We want something very simple. We want Hamas to stop shelling our civilians and our towns, and we want our people to be able to lead normal lives without having to run to shelters every few minutes. We have not come up with any major aims for this operation, something very basic: stop attacking us.
Yes,
we are hoping that the operation will achieve its aims. Hopefully diplomacy will be able to now convince Hamas that they need to do so.
Absolutely.
But if no, we are more than prepared to take other steps.
Right, and not only rocket attacks continuing, we see it now, but now a bus bombing in Tel Aviv, the first in 6 years, and some suggest that the strikes and deaths in Gaza have put Israel under more threat. What do you think?
I mean, certainly the situation is difficult. Just today, there has been a terrible attack intended directly at civilians, something that Israel never does, on our buses in the middle of Tel Aviv. And we are still willing, despite such ferocious attacks, to engage in diplomacy to bring an end to this. I mean, it's quite remarkable that so many people and good-willing people are involved in trying to bring an end to this, while, as I'm sure you know, especially with a lot of Russian support for the butchery that's taking place in Syria, the world is no longer paying attention. And I must say, I do hope that very quickly the world will go back to looking at what's happening in Syria and truly take care of the people who are suffering there.
We've heard from your colleagues in the Israeli government that deterrence is a big part of this operation in Gaza now. What message are you trying to send to Hamas using this strategy?
A very simple message: stop attacking us. I'm sure your viewers would find it the most basic message ever. Our children, our families want to live in peace. We have nothing in Gaza. We are not there. We have left Gaza more than 7 years ago, truly to never to return. I do urge your viewers to open a map. I'm sure they will notice that Gaza has a direct, uninterrupted border with Egypt.
And,
some people are under the under the mistaken impression that Gaza is encircled by Israel. It has a direct border with Egypt. It can have a free life through its border with Egypt.
Yeah, the question is, did that work last time?
Just stop attacking us.
Right, but...
I'm sorry?
Yes, but did the same tactic work last time in 2008, for instance? Do you believe force will get the results you want?
Look, we live in a tough neighborhood. There is no mercy for the weak. We need to understand that at the end of the day, Hamas is an organization that is ideologically committed to the idea that the Jewish people are not equal. They do not have the equal right to have sovereignty and a state and self-determination in their homeland. They deny the historic connection between the Jewish people and Israel. They think we should have no right to be here and to be sovereign and to be equal. This is their ideology. We can only hope for several years of quiet. We depend on being strong in an area where, if we were only weak, if we were to hand down our arms tomorrow, Israel would not exist. We say very simply, if Hamas were to put down its arms, there will be peace. If we were asked to put down our arms, there will be no Israel. So we need to understand that these are the people we are dealing with, and we are asking something very simple. Please stop attacking us and we will be more than happy to live side by side.
Yeah, but now we're seeing disproportionate, absolutely disproportionate response. Yes, absolutely. But, well, Israel is saying that it strikes a surgical...
That is absolutely not true.
Right, but yet now surgical...
That is not true. The response by all countries in the world has been defined not only as proportional. What Israel has been doing has not been done by any Western country or even Russia fighting. These countries, when they go for attacks that are called surgical, the number of people who are uninvolved who die is in the scores much higher.
But Israel targets the most densely populated areas in the world.
That civilians are not hurt.
Yes, but Israel
I'm sorry, but look at what we're spending on our money. We're spending our money on defending our civilians, making sure they're safe, and making sure that we do not hurt civilians when we go to war. What does Hamas spend their money on? They spend their money on rockets to attack civilians intentionally and directly, and they cowardly hide behind children and civilians when they are attacking us. They are hiding behind television crews. They are hiding behind journalists. They are breaking every possible rule of combat. And Israel is doing something unparalleled in the history of warfare in making sure that people who are not involved are not killed. The numbers are such that no country in history has ever been able to come close. And Israel has really been commended by all countries, not just for having the right to defend its citizens, but also for the fact that it is conducting itself in a way that is very proportional and very measured. And Israel is really doing everything possible in impossible circumstances in a region
but still most countries did call it disproportionate because
who believe we are not equal.
Yes, because most countries did call it disproportionate, Israel's attacks, because Israel attacks the most densely populated areas in the world. All right, Einat Wilf, Knesset member from the...
No, Hamas is hiding in those areas behind families. They are doing that, and we are doing everything in our power just to attack military targets, and you can compare it to any other combat taking place. This is unheard of, the way that Israel is conducting itself with utmost care.
Einat Wilf, Knesset member, thank you very much indeed for that.